I'm going to be showing you everything you need to know about layer 400 of Donkey Kong Bananza. Yeah, we've made it to the divide. You get your banana bunch from Stomping Clomper. If you watched my last video on 300, layer 300, then, you know, you'd be right up to this point, basically. And I am going to get punch power, because you need that, because now we're, like, into the area here. So yeah, this is all about these switcheroo goo things. So you're just going to want to punch, like, a little path through here. And there's a banana down here if you want to climb down at the bottom. There's actually quite a few bananas here, if you're curious enough to grab them. I've almost gotten all of them. I believe there are 10, similar to Mario Odyssey, how there were 10 moons in, like, Lost Kingdom, Cloud Kingdom, stuff like that. You know, it varies a little bit, but not a whole lot to worry about. So if you are trying to 100% this game, I believe you can get all the bananas right here. So yeah, down to the forest layer. Here we go. Alright, we have made it to the forest layer. So basically how you gotta grab one of these things, and how these work is you throw it, and wherever it lands, it'll create a path directly back to you. So, pretty cool. Actually doesn't go to you, it goes to wherever you threw it from. So, and I'll just grab a chunk, get rid of these thorns. Oh, there's a fossil down here. So, there's a lot of fossils here. Usually you'll find them in trees. Oh, I don't have the Bonanza yet, that's right, okay. So, I'm gonna give you guys, spoiler alert, if you don't want to know what the Bonanza power is, it was already shown in the trailer for this game, but, you know, that's alright. It is the Ostrich Bonanza. There we go. Okay, we got the path. And basically what you have to do in this layer is go to the Eggshell Hotel. Okay, so once you've made it up to, like, this tree, it's right here. Basically exactly how I did it on the big tree. You're then gonna wanna go between these. Now there's a barrel cannon. So if you guys make it on top of this big tree, there's a banana. So that's cool. So there's the Eggshell Hotel, as you guys can see. And I'm gonna get over there. Now the reason I went to 600 before 500 is because this Bonanza is super useful. So there's an ancient record that we need to get. It's like right down here. Boom. So now we're down here by the pool, and you just want to talk to this guy and he'll tell you where the ancient record is. It's right over there. My gosh, right? Super simple. But it's not that simple because there's a little bit of a gap, and you need one of those, like, seed things to get over there. And there's one right in here, so you just come right through here, bash through this door, right by this path guy, and then throw it over there. And you just press Y, it throws it right on there for you. Now the other one is over this way. So you're gonna have to go back, you're gonna have to go down once again. And this area, it was tough for me my first time. Might not be so much for you guys now, but since you have a guide. Yeah, so when you come over here, you're just like, oh, there's the record. It's right back here, behind these vines. Like when you land down, it's over here. But there's some voided terrain, so what you're gonna have to do, you're gonna have to climb up here, and there's like, oh no, there's some like vines here and stuff. And the way you get through that is just grab a chunk and just throw it at it. Because there we go. And also, this is one of the only places I've seen bedrock in the game instead of neptunite. So that's cool. So yeah, we'll just keep following this around this side here. Keep going around this side. And finally over here. Okay. Boom! That opens up. And you're just gonna turn behind you, and it's right here. So you just grab that ancient record, go up, and it takes you through this very elaborate path. Then you land down here with it, you take it over here, boom! Yeah! So now we have the Ostrich Bonanza. And the way this works is you hold ZL to glide, or you can flutter. And then we'll grab one of these melons 1 second. And that refills your Banana. But then you have a flutter. But then if you go a bit too far, like you run out of flutter and you start gliding. So that's literally it for the tutorial. The tutorials are pretty simple. So now that we've done that, we have to dive down to the next sublayer. And now that we have this, I have to show you guys a crucial trick. So basically you want to grab a chunk of terrain and then start gliding with it and then mash Y and ZR. And it does this like weird thing. And then I don't have glide unlocked. It's so much more useful than, so yeah, basically how this works, you just mash ZL. So you mash ZL on your left controller and Y on your right controller while you're flying with a chunk, and you just go forever. It's awesome. But yeah, now we need that key. So that key is over here. I'm gonna grab some vanadium. And you just gotta fly up here with these gusts. Boom, we got it. And now that we're up at a high place, I can show you guys this trick. So mash ZL and Y. Look at how far you go. And just for reference, normally with no upgrades for Ostrich Bonanza, you just go that far. And then you just fall. So now we can glide after you've gotten that. And then you want to glide up here after this wind draft. And you'll make it up here. You just gotta punch this a couple times. And that's it. Boom, you did it. So this green stuff down here is rubber, and it's really bouncy. So this is very useful for the Ostrich Bonanza. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a chunk of this here. And the next one's over there. Then we just gotta fly over there. About to run out of banana. No. Now we have enough, so I'm just gonna fly over here normally. And then here it comes. This is gonna be tough. So we're gonna have to get up onto this stump here, right by where you landed. And then we're gonna do the trick. There we go. Oh my gosh. And there's some gold here so you can refill your banana. That's quite nice. Oh, it's running out. No. Okay. And then we just punch this a couple times. Boom! There we go. That's like all we have to do. The poison has been lowered once again, which means it's a much higher risk if we fall. And then the final one is over there. And from here, I think you can make it. So you're just gonna wanna do that. Please. Please. Yes, you can just keep doing this forever. You will start losing a bit more height when you have, like, once you run out of flutter and you start gliding. But it's not like such a significant amount that you just like can't glide anymore. So it really is such a useful trick. So yeah, we've done that, and now it's lowered enough to where you can go down to the next layer. We're about to skip like most of this, so we're gonna glide with it and then do the trick. Now we have a ton of height. And we've made it over here. And you want to glide like over to this part here with this like tall pillar. Keep heading under this arch. There'll be a bunch of these thorn guys. Just ignore them. Like walk straight around them. Then there's a bunch of like actual thorns. So I'm literally just spamming ZL and Y right now. It works well, actually. Once you've made it over here, you'll see this like dive punch thing now. And once we've done that, it'll break all the stuff around there. And we'll punch this, but we're not done yet. This is a boss. It's Abracajabya. And he has a bunch of thorns and stuff, because it's the forest layer and there's a bunch of thorns. And we're just gonna make it over here to where he is and punch him a bunch of times. That does a good bit of damage. It's first phase. Okay. Activate Ostrich. Glide. Okay, we got in the thing. And we gotta glide over there. I'm gonna glide straight to him. It's just easier. And then we punch him. Boom. Look at that. Look at how easy that is. And we glide. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we just glide straight across. Throw, punch. We've won the fight. That's literally it. It's that easy. Yeah, now we're diving into the next layer. So we're gonna head down to layer 700, the Junction. And basically how this one works is, they're basically like, hey, you need to connect both of the paths because you actually need to do both of the worlds. And with this trick, we're saying, no, I'm gonna do this and it's gonna be cool. But yeah, you can just go back. Like, I'm not saying that's the way to do it. It is just a way that you can do it. So, also, if you want to go faster on these parts, you just spam B until he, like, does that, and then that, and that, and that. Like, constantly, like, restarting it after he activates it. It makes it go faster. It's like a weird quirk of the game. But yeah, we officially caught up with Void Kong. So that opens up. But then there's like a little thing that's like, uh-oh, we're gonna have to go over to the forest area, or to the freezer area, and like go do that because you didn't do that. So we're gonna be going over there like on this layer without going up to the freezer layer and stuff. And this actually activates like a really cool thing at the end of the game. You guys will just have to see. I don't remember if it's when you beat the main story or get 100%, but yeah. So basically it's that exact same trick, and we're just gonna do that. It's very easy to do. You like mash ZL and Y, and that's literally all you have to do. I learned this trick in like 5 seconds. But yeah, then you want to come over here to this part, and you need to be a little bit careful, and you can climb up here, you're on the freezer path. So just like the other area, it'll just be right back here. Okay, we made it. And now we can unlock both of these. You might notice this is like a very frozen snow area. That's because that's what the freezer layer is. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Goodbye. You can go really far with this. You can skip a lot of stuff with the Ostrich Bonanza.